So today we are watching Why Rappers Can't Say No to Trump by Jay Diggs.
Something is happening in hip hop right now that nobody can fully explain. Rappers
And by the way, I'm just eating some oatmeal. But yeah.
who built their entire careers on being anti-establishment are suddenly lining up behind a president that most of them publicly hated just 5 years ago.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it?
Now everybody's entitled to their own political opinion, but it begs the question, why now and why so publicly? In 2018, Nicki Minaj went on social media and talked about how she came to the United States illegally at 5 years old. She directly called out Trump's family separation policy.
I couldn't imagine a little child going through all of that trying to get to another country.
Wow, that's crazy. So she used to be an illegal immigrant and now she's really pro-Trump. That is a switch,
because they didn't have money in their country, or whether you're fleeing from war, whatever it is, and then being taken away from the one person that makes you feel comfort. That is what really raised my eyebrows. I was like, this is something about this doesn't sit right in my spirit.
Now fast forward to January 2026.
Yeah.
The same woman is standing inside the Treasury Department holding Donald Trump's hand, calling herself his #1 fan.
I think it might just be money. I don't know how much is she does she get paid? I'm assuming this is helping her in some way.
And then Trump gave her the $1 million gold card, which he says fast tracks your immigration visa. But what he's not telling you is the gold card is basically worthless. A Homeland Security official told New York Times that the gold card was basically a novelty item with no legal standing. Plus, Nicki's already been a permanent resident for almost 20 years. It just doesn't make sense. And then Snoop Dogg in 2017 threatened to blacklist any rapper who touched the Trump stage. But then in 2025, he performed at the Crypto Ball to celebrate Trump's inauguration.
What? Snoop did that? That's
See,
crazy.
when I started digging into this,
I didn't know Snoop was gonna switch like that. Okay, here, this is my take also on Trump. I'm also not liberal or Republican. I'm neither. But I do like some both parties' points. Like liberals have good points and also Republicans have good points. But I also think they have bad takes, so that's why I think both of them do, and that's why I'm neither. And I think it's just better not to just be one. That's my opinion, because then people, like, I don't know, they become too much on one side to where, like, their life revolves around them being Republic or them being liberal, and it's actually crazy. They don't talk to anyone that's not on their political side. It actually, like, controls their life, and I think that is crazy. But yeah, I didn't think Snoop was gonna switch like that. That's crazy. And I'm not the biggest fan of Trump. Do I think Trump is gonna do, or do I think Trump was gonna do better than Kamala? Yes, I do. That's my opinion. You can say Kamala was better. And that's your opinion. I won't be mad at you or anything for that. But yeah, I think Trump would be a better president than Kamala Harris. But do I know for sure? No, because she was never president. Or, well, she might be maybe in the future. I don't know. But who knows?
Something that goes back way further than MAGA, further than politics. I found a business strategy that's been running for almost 40 years. My search led me to a book that Trump wrote in 1987, where he basically lays out exactly how he operates. And when you read
The art of the deal, like just business?
it, you realize he's been running the same playbook on the music industry for decades. In chapter 2 of The Art of the Deal, he lays out exactly how he approaches every negotiation, relationship, and transaction in his life. He writes, "Leverage is the biggest strength you can have. Leverage is having something the other guy wants, or better yet, needs. Or best of all, simply can't do without." So basically, you find what somebody needs and use it to create loyalty. But why rappers? And why would he need leverage from any musician? Well,
To make him look better? I'm assuming that. Like, that's. Like, rappers have a big influence. And, like, artists. Like, musicians have a big influence on their fans. Like, their fans will buy whatever merch. Like, they'll sometimes buy anything that the artist releases, will agree with most of the things that their artist or their favorite artist says. Like, they have a lot of influence on their fans.
the answer is influence.
Oh, okay,
His
this
ninth-
was not a pre-watch. That was just a coincidence. That was just a coincidence. I'm drinking tea, by the way, too. But wow, right after I pressed play, he said it.
1989, Trump has
That's
been name dropped
crazy.
in over 300 rap songs. Rick Ross mentioned him in 9 different songs. Nas referenced him 7 different times.
Crazy timing.
Migos, Young Thug, Lil Wayne, Raekwon.
What is he talking about? Mentioned Trump? I'm in Trump Towers. Okay. Among Us earners. What did Rick Ross say? Time to get the richer. Time to get richer. Time to get the richer than Trump. Does Rick Ross know grammar? What? Time to get more richer? Is that what he was talking about? Than Trump? Okay. Plotting on Donald Trump. Young Thug. Black Trump with fat pockets. I'ma fire my blunt like Donald Trump. I'ma fire my blunt like Donald Trump. That's hard. Whoever said that. Lil Wayne and T.I. I'm assuming, I don't know if they both said it on their music. Like Trump being up, down, up. Play with cash. Okay.
They all threw around Trump's name the same way
I
they
like
do with
I like the
cars.
blunt one the best though. Because like Trump fires everybody. So I like that.
And luxury brands. Rappers were saying things like stacking paper like Trump and guess who's the black Trump and I'm Donald Trump in a white tee. But here's the part that nobody ever puts together. Trump wasn't just a name that rappers dropped in songs. He was actually a mover and shaker in the music business itself. Back in the 80s and 90s, Trump owned multiple casinos in Atlantic City. Trump Plaza, Trump Castle, and the Trump Taj Mahal. Atlantic City was the East Coast Vegas, and Trump's properties were at the forefront for live entertainment. One of their main budget items was concerts and shows. Mike Tyson was fighting at Trump properties. Major artists like James Brown and the Rolling Stones, they performed.
Well, I didn't know
in
that.
the late 80s
I did not know this.
and 90s, Trump's casinos were a pretty big gig. But the bridge between Trump and specifically hip-hop was none other than Russell Simmons, the co-founder of Def Jam Records and one of the pioneers of hip-hop as an industry. And for over 30 years, he was one of Donald Trump's closest friends.
And I'd been his friend. I'd been back and forth to Mar-a-Lago on his plane so many times. I've been on his helicopter so many times. I was there on his first date with Melania. I mean, I've always been his friend until he ran for president. Instantly.
You were on his first date with Melania?
Yeah.
And this matters because Russell Simmons was a gateway for him. Trump got a feature on Method Man's album in 98, and in 94, Trump and Marla Maples appeared on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Thank you for ruining my life.
Ashley!
What did you do?
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
Trump became a part of hip-hop's culture, and he was walked in by one of hip-hop's most powerful figures. Now, eventually, Russell Simmons cut Trump off as soon as he ran for president.
He was always very kind to me, to my brother. He's a very likable person. But I just don't think he's a suitable person for presidency, right?
But it was too late. Trump already got what he wanted out of him. The next connection really surprised me because nowhere was Trump more connected to the music industry than with Michael Jackson. What most people don't realize is how close Trump and Michael actually were. They met at Madison Square Garden in '88, and in 1990, Michael was at the grand opening of the Trump Taj Mahal. And Trump said something that I want you to remember for later. He said, if I ever needed him, he'd always be there. Very loyal to his friends. That same month, they were flying.
So I got interrupted, so I'm gonna play it back.
If I ever needed him, he'd always be there. Very at Madison Square Garden in '88, and in 1990, Michael was at the grand opening of the Trump Taj Mahal. And Trump said something that I want you to remember for later. He said, if I ever needed him, he'd always be there. Very loyal to his friends. That same month.
That's crazy. Like, I do feel like Michael Jackson was probably exploited a lot for money because of how kind he was, so people would try to like manipulate him and stuff. So, and if that probably did happen, and if that did, like, that really sucks, you know.
They were flying together on private jets. They traveled in a motorcade together. And in 1994, Michael rented out an apartment in Trump Tower while he was recording the History album. He was living floors below the Trump penthouse and would actually watch TV with his family.
Oh.
Michael even mentioned Trump's name in his song called Money. So now Trump has another high-profile friend in the bag. But who wouldn't want to be friends with the greatest entertainer of all time? But the next connection is where the waters really start to get muddy. From 1997 on, Trump and Diddy were everywhere.
Oh,
together.
dang, Trump and Diddy, dude. Okay, that's more crazy, like, if he was super close to Diddy, because Diddy is just a horrible, horrible person. Like,
the U.S. Open, the grand opening of Diddy's restaurant, Justin's, Diddy's 29th birthday party. Trump also attended one of Diddy's infamous white parties in the Hamptons. The two were tight.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
Is
he a good guy?
Good guy. Get out of here.
I don't want to answer
Look
that.
at everyone. Look at everyone. Oh my gosh. They couldn't even say it.
Well, I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
The point is, by 2014, Trump had spent nearly 3 decades building relationships with the most powerful people in music. He was their landlord, he was their casino host, their party buddy, their symbol of wealth. And not only that, everyone loved him.
Well,
but then he ran for president.
Kinda.
And everything changed.
Yes.
I am officially running for president of the United States.
Could he actually win?
No freaking way!
Trump will not be president.
Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
You're not going to be president.
We're fucking talking about a madman, incompetent buffoon being the most powerful man on earth.
I humbly and gratefully.
Okay, that is crazy. All these people are saying it never would have happened, and he did get elected twice as president. Like, not just one time.
Accept your nomination for the presidency of the United States.
Brace for impact. New York Times now saying the chance of a Trump
But, like, even though I'm not, like, even though I don't really like Trump, I am hoping that, like, these last years when he's in office, at least he, like, does something to, like, make America better. Right now, it just seems like he's trying to fight other countries, and is basically, I kind of believe that like he's basically like being mad at all these other countries and stuff like that, um because he thinks that they cause a lot of problems for Americans and stuff. But no, like, yes, drugs are a problem, and like Venezuela or whatever, like when in Colombia and stuff like that, like when they bring drugs to America, that's a problem. But we have so much problems that Americans have that we have to focus more on. Like, for instance, healthcare. There are people that need life-saving surgeries and stuff, and they can't get it. They can't have it, and the government won't do anything for them. And it's really sad.
Tennessee is 92%. Race trade.
Right now, a historic moment. We can now project the winner of the presidential race. CNN projects Donald Trump.
But it is crazy that like just this like billionaire just became just president. You know, like obviously like you need to have money in order to become president, but this guy was just known for owning stuff and known for being rich, and now is the president. That is just crazy that Trump is the president. Like,
the presidency.
This man is arrogantly marching us towards fascism.
He's a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot.
You're not dead.
Yeah,
you haven't gone to hell.
He is also racist. I will agree with that. People say he's not. Do you not see what he just posted? Like the Barack Obama post. That's it. And just like his past. Like he's not the nicest guy. And I don't understand how some people think like he's a good person. He's not. Even back then, before he became president, like he's just not a good person. He's just a really, really rich person.
This is your life now. This is our life.
Oh, I didn't see this protest. Like where they lit his head on fire. I do remember like the protest, but I don't remember like what was in them.
Game plan was starting to crack. By the time he was in office, most of Trump's mentions and rap songs were.
Hey, yeah, this was 2016. Like I was in high school. Like
YG.
Oh, I wasn't in high school. No, I wasn't. I was in middle school.
Nipsey Hussle dropped FDT,
crazy.
And dozens of artists started sending cease and desist letters demanding Trump stop playing their music at rallies. Trump's strategy of having FDT and dozens of artists started.
All the artists who don't want Donald Trump using their music.
Sending cease and desist letters demanding Trump stop playing their music at rallies. Trump's strategy of having influential friends, it wasn't quite working the way he thought. He needed a new game plan. Now, the first rapper to come out in full support of Trump was Kanye. But he doesn't really count because Kanye, he just goes against the grain just to go against the grain. He does shock value just for the hell of it. And even Trump distanced himself from him.
Yeah, dude, this guy, I'm gonna say he's crazy. People will say like he's not crazy, the industry made him crazy, or like made you think that he's crazy. No, Kanye is crazy. Some of the stuff he says are true. But just because some of the stuff that he says are true doesn't mean he's not crazy. Like people be like, oh, he's spinning facts in this one video or this video. Yeah, cool. Look at this video. And it's like him talking about some crazy shit. Then didn't he make like a Nazi music song? Like music video song? Like I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure he made a Nazi song. Like he's just crazy.
And Kanye
he's
became
crazy.
a liability to his image.
Some people might get mad.
Even that relationship was transactional.
Like,
but Trump's real game plan came around.
He's not clearly there, if you know what I mean. And I actually do think he sees himself as a god. I think Kanye actually thinks that he's like a god, which is insane, crazy, so I don't know. You can have our opinions.
The end of his first term. By 2020, Trump had lost most of his entertainment industry support. But remember, Trump doesn't need friends. He needs leverage. And on his way out of the White House in 21, he found the most powerful leverage the music industry has ever seen.
And new this morning, ahead of leaving the White House, President Trump has issued his final list of presidential pardons and commutations. Other notable names on the list include rappers Lil Wayne and Kodak Black.
And if you look at who got him, it looks random, but if you follow the music industry...
Oh, yeah, Kodak Black. Yeah. I've seen a clip of him and Trump, and he was wearing, like, the hat and stuff. Does that guy even know what he's doing? Like, I know he's been on the drugs heavy. Actually, wait, speaking of, why don't I just take a toke right here? But he's been on them heavy. Like, heavy. Like, I've been seeing some clips. So does he even know what's going on? Like, don't you know, like, when you ever hear, like, when people go through, like, benders and are super drugged up, they don't exactly know what they're doing. I'm assuming he knows that, like, he probably is for Trump, Like, I'm not saying he's not for Trump, but do you think that because Kodak Black gets so high out of his mind, people that, like, are so-called, like, his friends or something, they... where is it? Okay. They, like, will kind of, like, take advantage of him and just be like, go here, go there, or do this. And then he does it, but he doesn't even know what he's doing because he's so high. Like, I don't know. But I could see that happening, Like, I'm going to say it might not happen, and that might not happen, but there is a chance that I'm right. So, just keep that in mind.
Not random at all. Lil Wayne got a full presidential pardon. Wayne had pleaded guilty to possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. He was facing 10 years in prison. But ever since Trump pardoned him, he's been showing support, publicly endorsing him.
Wow, well, obviously Trump did that to get Lil Wayne on his side. Obviously that it just wasn't like a nice gesture. So that's why Wayne really likes Trump. Okay, because he helped him.
Now, Lil Wayne's attorney told the New York Times that the weapons charge wasn't the reason for Lil Wayne's support. But in the same breath, he said it may have ultimately been a factor.
Yes, that is a factor. What are you talking about? Like, dude, somebody can do a little gesture for you, right? And it'll make you think differently of someone if they do, like, this one little nice thing or something. Like, obviously, it was a big factor. It wasn't just a factor. That was a big, I would say, like, it was a big factor, but also, he also probably might just like Trump. Sees him as a good guy. Even though I wouldn't say so. Just like who he hangs around with, and just Trump can't take criticism. He just can't. Like, right? Like, don't when someone goes against Trump or like has a different belief or something, like Trump will make fun of him or something, like it's his way, and if it's not his way, then it's not right. I feel like he has that mentality.
His own lawyer basically admitted the connection while technically denying it. Then you got Kodak Black. Kodak Black.
Dude, I just smoked and I had the end of the tea. I had the end of the tea. That's the most potent. I just drank all my tea. But that was, oh man. That was not the best taste. The tea was amazing though. But like the mix of the green or the marijuana and tea, especially the end part where it's like super potent and you get like a little bit of the herbs in there, like, oh man.
Was serving 46 months for falsifying firearm purchase forms. And then Trump gave him a commutation which lowered his sentence and he was released immediately. Since then, Kodak has shown loyalty nonstop.
Yes, see, so he's just basically bringing rappers out of jail, and then because Trump helped them get out of the jail, then they are on his side. So that's why some of these rappers are for him. Just because Trump did something nice, but really wasn't nice because he's obviously expecting something in return, which
appearing at Trump rallies,
you know,
rapping on Trump anthem songs.
Trump a real one, you know, be Geminis. And so Trump know what's up. We both was Geminis. His birthday 2 days after mine. He be down here and stuff, Palm Beach.
Okay.
Now Kodak, he's
well, that's cool. He's a Gemini, you're a Gemini, but like, what does that have to do with him being a good person?
Haitian, right?
And I'm also, okay, I'll have this take. I'm not really into the Gemini. I think I'm a Capricorn. My birthday's January 8th. I'm a Capricorn, but like I think that stuff is just like bullshit. Okay? I know this is going to make some people mad, but I think your sign, you have nothing to do with your sign. Really everything has to do with your personality, because you can meet a Capricorn and they're completely different than another Capricorn or a Gemini and stuff like that. Like, I hate when people like say like, "Oh, your zodiac sign's this. Oh, we can't date." Like, I don't like your sign, or like we just won't get along. Which, what are you talking about? You don't even know the person. You haven't even like really got to know them. You're just like, "Oh, your sign's this. We can't talk. We can't talk."
Even when Trump was making comments about Haitians eating cats and dogs, Kodak still stood behind him. But that's how deep the loyalty runs when someone can keep you out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, someone you might not know.
Like, they're just getting a jail out of free card in return for helping Trump or supporting Trump, which that is just crazy to me. That seems like that should basically be illegal now. Like, but I don't know. Like, I guess I feel like if someone were to like talk about like why it should be like that, I could see that also. But like, it's like one of those things that like it should be legal and illegal, because like the president, I guess, should, or maybe not. Like, should the president be able to get people out of jail? Like, I just think that that's too much, no? Because, like, you could have some guy running for president. Their political campaign is super good. Then all of a sudden, their president, they're, like, terrible. They're terrible, and they're, like, getting terrible people out of jail. Like, how they shouldn't be able to just do that. Because like they're like, "Oh, this guy's terrible, but he's helping the president, so he's gonna get out of jail. Like, that is crazy to me.
Desiree Perez also got a full pardon. She was the CEO of Roc Nation, Jay-Z's company. She was pardoned for a narcotics conspiracy conviction.
Yeah, Roc Nation, I've heard they're really bad, or like do shady things. I have heard of that.
Now, why would a Roc Nation executive randomly get a presidential pardon? Now, most recently, Trump pardoned NBA YoungBoy on gun charges, but this next one was really the tipping point. Michael Harry O'Harris is another hip-hop mogul that the average person may not be familiar with, but
I don't know who he is.
Death Row Records with Suge Knight and sold drugs so he can make money to start businesses. And in 2021, Trump got him released from jail and eventually fully pardoned him. Now, Harry O has deep ties and a lot of respect in the music industry as the co-founder of Death Row Records. But guess who's running Death Row now?
Snoop.
In 2017, Snoop threatened to roast any rapper who performed for Trump.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh?
And now he's for Trump. Dude, that is just a crazy switch. And I didn't think Snoop was like that. Like how I thought of Snoop, like, if he had like a strong belief, he wouldn't throw his beliefs away or go against them for some sort of like material gain or something, you know?
Which one of you jigaboo ass
But I guess I was wrong.
Gonna be the first one to do it. I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out of one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
The same year, he released a music video where he pointed a gun at a clown dressed as Trump. But after Michael Harry O'Harris gets clemency from Trump, Snoop's tone starts to shift. By 2024, he's telling the Sunday Times,
wow. So it was just because, like, I'm assuming, like, Snoop's really close with that one guy, I forgot his name, and because Trump helped him, Snoop's on Trump's side. That just has to be because I'm assuming, like, Snoop and that guy, like, do some business and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, dude. That's crazy.
I have nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump. And in January 2025, Snoop performs at Trump's inaugural crypto ball in Washington, D.C.
Like that.
The same man who threatened to roast any rapper who performed for Trump.
Wow.
And what was Snoop's response for getting all the backlash? He said, he ain't done nothing wrong with me. He has done only great things for me. In other words...
For you? Yeah, for you. So just because someone does something nice for you, you're supposed to just, like, be, like, glazing the shit out of them and supporting them for everything that they've done or something? Like, what? Just because someone has done something nice for you or shows you respect a lot of the time doesn't mean you should, if they do something or something, like, you shouldn't go against them. Because what was I talking about? Snoop and yeah, like, when someone's nice to you, that doesn't mean just because they're nice to you, because a lot of times people that are nice to you try to take advantage of you. Like, I'm not just saying, like, everyone, like, but I'm saying, like, there's a decent amount of people that will do nice things for you at the start to kind of manipulate you into liking them, and then that's when they take advantage of you. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, just because someone does something nice for you doesn't mean you owe them anything back, you know? Like, that's what it means to be nice. You're supposed to do something for someone without expecting something in return. Sometimes Like, I'm talking about, like, respect for respect. Like, if I'm doing something nice for you, or if I'm respecting you, then obviously I expect you to respect me too, you know? But, like, besides that, like, I'm talking, like, someone, like, you guys get what I'm saying. You guys get what I'm saying. I think.
I scratch your back, you scratch my back.
Yeah, see?
Let's call it the,
But just because someone scratches your back doesn't mean you have to scratch their back, because what they did to scratch your back, right, isn't probably the same thing that you're gonna have to do to scratch their back. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how people take advantage of people. Like, a lot of the time, they do something nice for you, and then all of a sudden they stab you in the back, and it's really fucked. I see it all the time, especially in relationships. You guys, like, I hear about when, like, there will be a girl, right? There'll be a girl. She dates this guy. He has nothing. Doesn't have a job. Doesn't work. Has nothing. Then that guy moves in with that girlfriend of his, right? She's letting him stay there. And then that guy will be sometimes abusive, sometimes, like, they'll get in, like, a crazy argument, or, like, then that girl will threaten to, like, kick him out and stuff, and then all of a sudden she ends up dead from that guy. And it is just absolutely heartbreaking that happens, like, a decent amount of the time. Like, this happens, like I hear stories about this multiple times a year. Like, it is just nuts.
The Trump loyalty program.
Sean Diddy Combs.
Right.
Would you consider pardoning him?
You know, I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great. But
No
when
way.
I ran for office, he was very hostile.
He said some not so nice things about you, sir.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's hard. I don't know. It's more difficult.
He better not. If he pardons Diddy, like, what are you doing? Like, he needs to go to jail. Or no, not jail. He needs to go to prison.
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It makes it more difficult to do.
Now, the pardon strategy only works for rappers with legal troubles. But what about the rappers who just need a check? 50 Cent said Trump's team offered him $3 million to perform at the Madison Square Garden rally.
Is it true Donald Trump tried to give you money to endorse him one time?
Yeah, and
Did 50 Cent do that? Like that's $3 million. That's a lot of money. 3 mil. But, like, he's offering that to 50 Cent. So, like, it is a lot of money, but the people that he's trying to bribe for, like, a couple million or whatever, like, they're really, really rich. So, like, to take that when you're already rich, to, like, put aside your own beliefs and go against your own views is crazy. Like, that's a lot of money, but, like, for these really rich people, like, especially for 50 Cent, that is not that much money.
They offered me $3 million
to perform
at the RNC or this past Sunday.
This past Sunday.
At $3 million.
But that is a crazy amount for one performance. Like, wow.
The Republican National Convention too, right?
He turned it down, but the offer of $3 million shows us what the going rate is for a major hip hop cosign.
Like, that's a lot of money, but, like, these people are throwing their own beliefs away for 3 mil. Like, you have millions in the bank, in your bank. Like, I don't know. Like, to throw your own beliefs away.
Trick Daddy,
when
he
you're
claimed on
already
his
rich.
radio show that Nelly got
It's crazy to me.
$1.5 million for performing at the inauguration. And Soulja Boy, he was seen flashing a bunch of cash.
Wait, I missed that.
Soulja Boy, he was seen on his radio show that
Trick Daddy defends Nelly. Claims he was paid $1.5 million for Trump's inauguration performance. See, like, that's a lot of money, but, like, bro, But like, isn't this guy like already rich? I don't know. Like if the like,
Ellie got
I don't know how
1.5
rich he is, but like, he's rich, you know. But
billion
I
for
don't know. I
performing at
just
the
don't get when rich people throw their own beliefs away for like a couple $1 million. Like you're rich. Like I thought that was the whole point on you being rich, is so that you don't need handouts or money from other people because you have your own. Like you already have your own money. So like I thought that was the whole point of being rich, is so that you're free, not to throw your own beliefs and be a puppet for someone because they gave you a couple million. Like that's crazy.
And Soulja Boy, he was seen flashing a bunch of cash after performing at the Crypto Ball.
Obama ain't never put no money in my fucking pockets, nigga. Kamala ain't never put no money in my.
Okay. Is that a bad thing? Like, I would say bribing rappers and Trump putting money in your pockets is actually a bad thing. Because that means he's just bribing people. Like, what are we talking about? Like, obviously this guy is a Soulja Boy. Like, bro, like you're just like a greedy freaking, I don't know. Just money on his brain. Nothing else. If somebody gives him money, he will suck your dick.
Pockets, nigga. Trump put money in my pocket.
Like, what are we doing? Like, bro. Like, that's what it seems like, bro. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, jerk him off too? Like,
for contrast now.
Wow, cool. I thought you were already rich. Why do you need Trump's money? Like, doesn't this guy brag about having so much money? Yet you're getting bribed and bragging about being bribed.
Obama's 2009 inauguration, the creative director said the artists were invited to perform and didn't get paid. So if Trump's team is paying above market rates for performances, that's a big incentive for artists, no matter what their political views are.
Like, and I know I was kind of being a dickhead to him, you know? Like, oh, I'm not rich. I don't have that much money. Okay, you can say that. I don't care. But, I just really hate greed. And the reason why I really hate greed is because it causes so much pain. Why most criminals, like, I'm pretty sure over 80% of all crimes are for greed, or they're stem from greed, because they're doing it for financial gain. That's how all these criminal organizations work. That's how they are so big. That's why cartels kill so much people for financial gain, and so much hurting for financial gain. So I really hate greed. And it is really common for people to say that's a good thing. And it is absolutely, that is so stupid. Yeah, you've made millions of dollars. You're a fucking idiot. Because you're telling people to do anything for money, and they're scamming. They're doing horrendous things for money, and because you're saying they need a Lambo, they need this. If you're not rich, you're nothing. So now people are doing horrible things for money, and that is just like insane. So all these rich people are basically supporting that when they say, if you don't have a Lambo, you're nothing. Like, what are we doing?
Something new for Trump. The FEC.
So I just really hate that.
2015.
So I also kind of hate people that are only all for money. And yeah, I just,
when he first announced that he was running for president, his campaign literally paid actors $50 each to attend the announcement. Where it's
$50, bro. What?
T-shirt, carry a sign, cheer. The Hollywood Reporter obtained the casting call email from a company called Extra Mile Casting. He was paying people to fake enthusiasm from day one.
What? Paid actors to attend Trump's candidacy announcement, but failed to disclose payments to the actors or to the companies that hired him. Wow. Or that hired them. Wow. He was paying people to like act a certain way in the audience. That's like Kim Jong-un level, like dictator level stuff, you know? Like it's not super super bad, but that's what a lot of like powerful people in countries that are bad do. Like Kim Jong-un, he does that. People have to I don't think he pays people to be in the audience. Maybe he does, I don't know, but everybody has to like be happy and show their appreciation to him, and if they don't, well, they'll die. So in this case, that's not happening to Trump. He's paying people and they're getting money out of it, and the people in North Korea, well, they're getting their life if they they're keeping their life if they act a certain way.
You got struggling artists who need a check.
Happy.
You got rappers at the end of their career who need a check. And then you got the rappers who need to stay out of jail. I mean, hate it or love it, it's honestly genius.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one more piece to the
like
puzzle.
That is smart. Well, not really smart. Like that is smart. But like, do you need to be smart to realize that? No. Like, so, like, oh wow, if I give it someone that needs money, they will help me. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I knew that when I was 10. Like,
the one big beautiful bill. Most A-list musicians make
like
well over $500,000 a year. And Trump lowered the maximum tax rate from 40% to 37%. On top of that, he added an extra tax cut for people with LLCs and S-corps, which include rappers. Now, that's good news for all business owners, but for rappers making millions a year, they're saving hundreds of thousands in taxes.
Wow. I thought Trump was, for, like, don't a lot of people, right? Don't a lot of their, like, supporters and stuff like that say that he's not for the rich, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Buddy, he's not for the rich. He's rich. He came from a rich family. This guy is surrounded by rich. His friends are rich. Everybody he hangs around is rich. Like, what are you talking about? And here you go, doing something for the rich. But Trump supporters were literally saying that he's for the middle class. He's for the people. No, he's not. Get the fuck out of here. Like, he's obviously gonna try to help the people, I would think, but that's what, like, if you're president, like, that's your job. That's what you're there to do, is help the people. So it's kind of like that's what you're supposed to do. So if he doesn't, well, that's just fucked. But if he does, that doesn't mean he's for the people, you know? That just means he's doing his job. Like,
so when Nicki Minaj pledges $300,000 to donate to Trump branded savings accounts, she's
what rap artist? Nicki Minaj pledges to support Trump accounts, bank accounts. Like, what?
The thousands in taxes. So when Nicki Minaj pledges $300,000 to donate to Trump branded savings accounts, she's invested into a system that could return multiples of that in tax savings alone.
Accounts.
Not to mention she gets to write off the $300,000 off her taxes too.
Nikki makes a lot of money, and she's generously stepping up. She's investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in Trump accounts to support the children.
So for every single one of these relationships,
yeah, they're all getting financial. They're all being bought. Celebrities just get bought, and they're already rich, and they will, like, have that, like, money brain, bro. Like, what are we, like, you're already rich, and like, you need to be more richer that bad or more rich that bad that, like, you will say one thing, oh, I hate this guy, I hate him, I don't like him, I'm not a fan of him, and then all of a sudden they give you not a little bit of money, because they're giving a lot of money to these celebrities, but for them, like, these celebrities are rich. Nicki Minaj is rich. Snoop Dogg is fucking loaded. Like, and they just will change their beliefs or go or, like, hate or do something that's against their own beliefs for a little bit of money to them. Like, I kind of, like, that's not a lot of, like, money for some of these celebrities.
Follows
like,
the
that's
same
my
formula.
that's my take.
The same formula Trump literally wrote.
I haven't yapped in this video. I guess that's what I'm supposed to do, but some people might be like, oh, this guy talks too much. Well,
down in 1987. What does the artist want? Freedom.
Like, but this video I've talked so much, but there's just so much to talk about, dude. Like,
that's the pardons. Money, that's the performance fees and tax cuts. Relevance, that's the political platform and the White House access. And what does Trump want? Credibility. Specifically cultural credibility, but even more specifically, black endorsement from famous rappers.
I have a great relationship with the blacks. I've always had a great relationship with the blacks.
Yeah.
Trump.
Well, when there's money involved, but didn't he depict the Obamas as apes? Like, that's a good relationship? Okay, buddy. Okay.
Bro, in The Art of the Deal, you have to convince the other guy that it's in his best interest to make the deal. And that's the whole game. Every pardon, every payment, every gold card is Trump convincing an artist that standing next to him is their investment.
Gold card that means nothing.
And for most of them.
Oh my gosh, what? Bro.
An artist that standing next to him is.
Yeah, they're just holding hands, bro. Looking like they're like best friends.
Their investment. And for most of them, it is. Now, as another contrast, we can look at when Taylor Swift, she came out.
Did she like that though? Did she like the handshake?
Gold card is Trump convincing an artist that standing next to him is their investment.
Like, look at that. I don't know. She don't look too happy.
And for most of them.
Oh my gosh! And then there's this dude. Oh my gosh!
Trump convincing an artist that standing next to him is their investment.
From fucking Shark Tank. Of course he's up here. Oh my gosh! This guy is just an absolute fucking buffoon. All he is money. All he is. His life is money. Like, his life is money. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's a life. To me, that is not, bro. Oh my gosh. This guy sees nothing. Like, life to him is money. Like, oh my god. I just don't like him. Also, like, his personality is just shit. Absolute shit. Like, he thinks he's just better than everybody to walk the earth. Like, I feel like this guy is close to, like, him thinking he's like a god. I don't know. I just don't like him.
And for most of
Mr.
them,
Wonderful, bro.
It is.
I do like him on Shark Tank because he's the only guy that will, like, say, like, his actual opinions, even though it might hurt some of the, like, people they're trying to promote their product. Like, he will say what he actually thinks. But when he's not on Shark Tank and I see clips of him saying, like, the stupidest shit, like, not a fan.
Now, as another contrast, we can look at when Taylor Swift, she came out and endorsed Kamala Harris. She didn't get anything for it, as far as we know, but she risked alienating half of her audience for something that she believed in. But when rapper after rapper who previously condemned Trump, suddenly they show up at his events, performing at his parties, and every single one of them has received something in return, at some point, we got to start asking questions. It's kind of ironic because rapping, singing, and writing music is one of the purest forms of art. But in the first line of Trump's book, he says, I don't do it for the money. I do it to do it. Deals are my art form.
Yeah, he probably has a hard-on for, like, completing deals and stuff, you know? But obviously it's for the money. Like, he can think that though. But Trump has money brain too, you know? Like,
and Trump's been making deals in the music industry since the 80s, all the way back to his friendship with Michael Jackson. Now, we'll never know if Trump was genuinely friends with Michael, but right before Michael died, there was an email chain by a group of men that were definitely not Michael's friends. Now, the public was never supposed to see these emails, but I got access.
Mm-hmm. That looks nice. Well, I love this video. This was a good video. Jay Diggs. I'm actually gonna sub to him. This is the second video I've watched of him. I like his content. I'll give it a like. Thank you guys for watching and see you guys later.